Every source of power that the state of Texas has been compromised. Coal generated power, access to gas generated power also have been compromised.
An admission by the governor of Texas, the state that ironically calls itself the energy capital of the world, yet one laid catastrophically low as severe winter storms swept through, toppling the state's power grid and leaving millions of families without heat or safe drinking water. More than 30 have died in extreme cold across America's south, but Texas has been hit by far the hardest.
The houses start getting real cold, and then we got all the blankets out. We tried to all sleep together to keep us warm, come to the cars to keep our phones charged, and then today when we got up, there was no water.
It's pretty bad that, you know, as Texans, we just can't prepare for cold. And every other part of the country, this would have not been even an issue.
He's right, and that's because the rest of the country has its power sources interconnected, so supply can go where it's needed the most. But Texas made the decision to be energy independent, in part to escape regulation. That's worked up till now, but the severity of the storms this time, many believe a function of climate change, has proven too much.
This shows how the Green New Deal would be a deadly deal for the United States of America.
The state's Republican governor tried to blame a proposed left-wing green energy plan, not even yet in existence, for the state's power freeze. But the Democratic reaction was swift.
There's been complete Republican control of the state of Texas for 20 years. And so the decision to deregulate our electricity grid in the first place, nor to connect to the rest of the national grid so that we can draw down power we need it, these are all decisions made by Greg Abbott and other statewide elected Republicans.
As they bickered over the politics, the human cost laid bare. In the city of Sugar Land, a mother and her children were killed in a house fire.
They had started a fire in the fireplace, or whether they were using candles. We just don't know.
Others died inhaling carbon monoxide fumes after running the engine of their car to keep warm. This family forced to build a fire on their porch as their 7 children, including an 11-month-old baby, huddled inside the van.
We're just hoping that the lights will come back soon enough, because it's really freezing. It's horrible.
But it wasn't just humans suffering. In the normally warm waters off the coast of Texas, thousands of sea turtles were stunned by the freeze, washed ashore and hurriedly rescued. But it was to warmer climes that Ted Cruz, one of the state's controversial Republican senators, fled, seen here boarding a flight to Cancun with his family, even as the crisis on his own doorstep deepened.
You know, it's just unbelievable. And just when I think Ted Cruz couldn't disappoint Texans more, he finds a new way to do it.
Cruz later claimed he was only flying his kids there for a holiday and would return today. Adding to the misery, frozen pipes forced millions to boil tap water. 500,000 Texans were still without power Thursday morning, the victims of an energy strategy designed to isolate them from the very power failure that's laid them low. Now the big question, was this simply a one-off extreme event or a taste of things to come?